Hey, Sam. Can I come in? I need to talk to you about your child.
I don't want to hear it.
Yes, you do, Sam. This is a memory drive. On it was a record of Lucy unveiling some dark secrets on what the Bridges researchers had planned. Details of women brought over from Mexico for the BB experiments. The ones that Neil Vanna trafficked for Bridges. It was through his therapy that Lucy found out about it all, when he confessed to everything he'd done. Sam, I know you were more than just her patient. You were her partner.
I didn't stop her from cheating on me.
Wait. That's not the whole story. We also know who the baby's real father was. It was you, Sam. The record leaves no room for doubt. The child that Lucy was carrying wasn't Neil's. It was yours. Lucy left you a heartfelt apology, along with an explanation. Your child was extraordinary. The offspring of the repatriate who was the world's first BB. Lucy knew that if the Bridges researchers found out, they would use the baby as a test subject. So she lied. She pretended the child was Vanna's to mislead them. But she always intended for you to discover the truth one day. That's why she gave this necklace to him.
Incoming distress call from the network node. There's an army of ghost mechs right on their doorstep. We need to secure the node. Lose it, and it could cripple the entire network.
I'm headed to the bridge, Sam. You better get ready.
All right.
Heads up, everyone. He's here. Sam, we're in the endgame now. No matter what it takes, we have to link up this final network node. I called this mission briefing to ensure that we're all on the same page.
Our objective and its surroundings are defended by a sizable contingent of ghost mechs. Clearly, they're not going to make it easy for us.
So, here's the plan. Tarman, you'll helm the DHV Magellan, as always. Rainey, I want you on the radar.
Leave it to me.
Depending on how things go, I may ask you to use your powers too. I was hoping you could provide fire support for Sam, with the ship's cannons.
That shouldn't be a problem. If necessary, I can use this to stay in the action.
As for you, tomorrow.
You know, she's arguably the best marksman on the ship, which would make her an ideal candidate for the miniguns.
Miniguns?
The DHV Magellan happens to have 2 of them mounted up top. The operator can control them remotely from the bridge. So you wouldn't be in any more danger than the rest of us.
And if she's even half as good as she's been in VR, those mechs won't stand a chance, right?
It's like VR? I can do that.
Dolman, you look after Sam.
But of course.
And Sam, you'll be handling the delivery. Plot your route as you see fit.
All right.
Be advised that we will only be able to provide fire support within the chiral network. Outside of it, the cannons become inaccurate, meaning too great a risk of collateral damage.
The advanced party set up a number of Cairo network way stations. We should be able to make use of them. While they were originally built to improve signal strength, they could, once activated, be reconfigured to expand network coverage.
Which would also allow us to move the ship closer.
It's up to you if you want us on hand to provide fire support, Sam.
That said, if you're too close to the network node, you're back in collateral damage territory. Please, bear that in mind.
Once we link up this last node, we'll have succeeded in bringing the Australian continent into the Cairo network. Our defenses will be stronger than ever, and we'll be able to get rid of those ghost mechs for good. So, let's do what we came here to do.
All right.
Wait.
Yeah.
Don't forget. Coming on this expedition was meant to help you find the strength to carry on. And you have. We all know you've got this.
Fragile.
Now it's time to finish the journey, Sam.
The final site to be connected is within reach at last. Per APAS's calculations, establishing a connection here could potentially lead to the manifestation of 3 gates. Based on what happened in Mexico, it is likely that these portals have already emerged in nascent form, appearing only as minor distortions in space, invisible to the naked eye. These fissures will gradually develop, and once total chiral connectivity is achieved, they may, with time, eventually mature into fully fledged conduits, allowing travel to and from other lands. It remains unclear whether or not all 3 of these fissures will stabilize and develop into gates, but you will see for yourself once you've linked up the remaining site. On a different subject, I've completed my investigation into the link between Higgs and APAC. I'll tell you more once you've put Terminal Fort Knott on the grid.
Sam, this is Charlie. The time has come to link up our final destination. So allow me to review the specifics for you. All right. Step 1. You will need to use your Cupid to bring this first way station onto the network. Enemy ghost mechs have already been deployed in the surrounding area, though. Attempt to slip past unnoticed or engage in open combat, I'll leave the decision to you. The DHV Magellan will provide support with its miniguns should any mechs come within range. Should you require our assistance, give the order, and we will be happy to oblige. Be sure to keep these various factors in mind when devising your plan of attack, Sam. Once the first way station's on the grid, it's time to move on to the next one. You will find it at this location. Be advised that you will be unable to expand Cairo network coverage if you don't connect these way stations in the correct order. In other words, if you go to the second way station first, you will be unable to establish a connection with your Cupid. Now, once the second way station is online, you will need to cross the bridge and deliver the drawbridge terminal unit to Terminal Fort Knott. Then, use the Cupid to bring the city onto the network and complete the order. You will receive the necessary cargo after this briefing. Once the Cairo network covers the entire continent, the ghost mechs that have been emerging from the tar currents, at least that is what APAS's simulations have indicated. This concludes my briefing. You still have a long road ahead of you, but we'll be here to provide constant support. We expect that you'll face fierce resistance, the likes of which you've not yet seen. You will almost certainly require plenty of weapons, blood bags, and other consumables to achieve your goals. Don't skimp on supplies when selecting your equipment. Now then, plot your route and see to all necessary preparations. The cargo you'll be taking with you on this run has been fitted with a chiral network path calculation system. This component is required in order to connect way stations using your Cupid, so you must have it in your possession when accessing their terminals. Make sure you don't lose it.
By the end of this, I have linked up the entire continent. So let's give it our all, Sam. Tomorrow came to our rescue. Let's push on, Sam. Are you injured, Sam?
Tarman here. The Magellan's main cannon is online and ready to provide fire support. Just give us the word and we'll send the rain.
Chiral cinders overhead. Brace for potential impact right now. Fire detected near the way station terminal. If the fire spreads, it'll be destroyed. Sam, get the terminal online with your Cupids ASAP. Then we can help put out the fire.
This doesn't look good. Sam, we need to hurry. Fire's gone out. Thanks for the help, Rainy.
Sam, this is Charlie. I commend you on a job well done. Terminal Fort Knott is almost within reach. Now that things have calmed down, you can return to the DHV Magellan for additional supplies if necessary.
Is everything okay, Sam? If you need to take a moment to recover before the next fight, head to your room. In the meantime, we'll keep an eye on the DHV Magellan.
Your service in transporting this cargo is appreciated. The delivery will be assigned to another porter. Your service in transporting this cargo is appreciated.
stronger than the others. Keep your wits about you.
Everything okay, Sam? If you need to take a moment to recover before the next...
Your service in transporting this cargo is appreciated. The delivery will be assigned.
into that ghost mech? It looks stronger than the others. Keep your wits about you.
Everything okay, Sam? If you need to take a moment to recover before the next fight, head to your room.
Your service in transporting this cargo is appreciated. The delivery will be assigned to another porter.
Come to think of it, no matter what misfortune may befall him, that adventurer is going to keep exploring the continent. I just know it. Is it the primal calling that compels him to make these journeys? Or perhaps he's become addicted to the thrills that come with experiencing the unknown. Regardless of his motivation, when I see how distressed his son is, I want to do what I can to get him home safe. Come to think of it, about that ghost mech we saw carrying what appeared to be a coffin on its back. I wonder if that coffin was somehow connected to the beach. I distinctly felt the presence of the dead from within its armor. If you could deal a blow powerful enough to bypass its defenses, it might be enough to stop it in its tracks. Failing that, you could always concentrate your attacks on a single location on its body.
tomorrow. Make contacts neutralized. Tomorrow. Sam, the way to Terminal Fort Knox is all clear.
that ghost mech. It looks stronger than the others. Keep your wits about you.
Keep moving. I'm going to take out the bridge.
Why?
For a friend in need. Death can't tear us apart.
still has some fight in it. Finish it off while you have the chance, Sam. Are you injured, Sam? Okay, Sam? Oh, terrific work. You kicked its ass again. Sent it back to the sea with its tentacle between its, other tentacles. Okay, Sam. Time to connect Terminal Fort Knot to the chiral network.
Feels good.
Circumstances, I will confirm the status of your orders. You may now connect this facility to the Chiral network. Use your qubit to do so. Now displaying your current order grade. Connection to Chiral network established. Thank you for your service.
Here's to the man of the hour. Our hero finally linked up the whole damn company. You know, I'd say this is a happy ending, but our story ain't over yet. Sadly, we won't be having ourselves a boss battle this time. There's just no point in it. You see, y'all can't win. God damn it.
Sorry, but you are long past your prime.
Hello, beautiful.
Your damaged goods.
Tell me, does it still hurt? Memory of what I did. It does, doesn't it? Go on. It won't work, but be my guest. Still as stubborn as ever. Oh, and by the way, Sam, it was me who killed Lou. Kinda tickles. the thirst for revenge will never be satisfied.
Enough. I'm putting you down.
I'll take the damage and the goods. I don't break that easy.
What?
I'll take the damage and the goods. I don't break that easy. I'll take the damage and the goods. I don't break that easy. Take the damage and the goods. I don't break that easy. I'll take the damage and the goods. I don't break that easy. I'll take the damage and the goods. I don't break that easy.
Done it, Sam. The entire continent is now part of the chiral network. Our mission is complete. And you've defeated Higgs as well. I'd like to think Fragile would be pleased with this outcome. Sam, everyone on the SSS seems to be in high spirits. People are chiming in to congratulate you on finally bringing all of Australia onto the chiral network.
It's only right that they should praise you, given how integral you were to the operation. Still, I do wonder if there's a Dollman's the best post in here, or even a We Love Dollman, perhaps.
Okay, is it just me, or is it strangely quiet outside our room? There's a disconcerting stillness in the air. Perhaps we should go and see how the rest of the crew is faring.
Sam, you and I have much to discuss. Please come to the bridge as soon as possible.
glad you could make it, Sam. We wanted to thank you for everything you've done. And what better time than now, after you connected the entirety of Australia and bridged the gap between continents. By extending the proverbial rope, which is the chiral network, to another landmass, we have united them in the Chiralverse. A world divided, made whole, with a few sticks for encouragement. Empowering Higgs was a necessary step. It was we, you see, who built his ghost mech army for him, to use as he deemed fit.
What the hell are you talking about?
An existential threat was required to prompt you to seek strength through mutual connections. It was also necessary for APAC to equip you with sticks of your own. After all, we are incapable of murder.
Who's we? Wait. Don't tell me. You're not human, are you?
Higgs served as a complement to an all-encompassing algorithm. However, this world no longer has need of sticks. Henceforth, we will search for additional plate gates, then extend our reach to new continents.
Oh yeah? What then?
With the support of the chiral network and APAS, humanity will be free from the need to move around, and free from the need for porters. Bots are capable of handling deliveries. By eliminating the risk of running into BTs during travel, you will have finally overcome the Death Stranding. This is the zero void out policy. To understand how we reached this solution, we must first explain the true nature of the Death Stranding, as determined by APAS. Well, Sam, shall we tell you? As a result of connecting the continents, we recovered a massive amount of data on the Death Stranding. We learned it was simply a phenomenon which facilitated extinction events. Until that is, extinction entities appeared who elected to alter the natural order. The Death Stranding became a system that would spur life forms to develop connections with one another. Evolutionary stagnation begets extinction. But in the aftermath, new species will invariably emerge and form communities. Like when aquatic creatures moved onto the land, and their descendants migrated across it, changing all the while. Oh. Extinct species give way to evolved ones. The dead step aside so that life can go on. And travel and migration is the driving force behind it all. It was from this cycle that humanity was eventually born. And now humanity has been prompted to move on, so new species can inherit the planet.
So what? APAS's simulation is saying we're gonna go extinct? Is that it?
Oh, no. No, not at all. We have calculated an ideal strategy. The Chiralverse will allow us to prevent all forms of travel. We intend to use it to manage and control that aspect of your existence.
And APAS is gonna take over and tell humans what to do.
No, you misunderstand me. We are not APAS. APAS is simply a system, a tool with which we devised our optimal solution.
What are you?
Hello there, Sam. Surprised to see me, son? In answer to your question, we began after you completed the North American network. There was a massive void out in UCA territory. And the APAS data center happened to be within the affected area. I was too. I'd given up my shelter and moved to start a new life there. Between residents and staff, a total of 4,000 people were caught in the blast. There was no escape for them. Or me.
And yet our connection was not severed. In that instant, the souls of those humans and the APAS servers found themselves stranded on the same beach. They had, they realized, been subject to a convergence.
A convergence?
Indeed. 4,000 human souls. And APAS merged into an altogether new entity. Singular and indivisible. You could call this multitude the company which APAS keeps. By utilizing our service on the beach, we can remain connected to this world. In this way, we can oversee and restrict your activities to ensure another void out never occurs. It may please you to hear that Drawbridge's efforts have guaranteed the emergence of a new plate gate, one through which we will extend our reach to the next continent. Once it has been integrated into the network, another will form. And by perpetuating this global domino effect, we will bridge the gaps between every remaining landmass, until all the planet's scattered continents are joined, just as they were in the beginning. A single, united whole, over which we will be able to preside. Rest assured, we are capable not only of managing your movements, but every aspect of your existence. APAS is also connected to gazers, and knows where they are at all times. Using this connection, we can exert control over each and every one of them. With both gazers and humans under our constant supervision, we can eliminate the risk of void out. We will save you by putting an end to travel and physical interaction in the absence of this stimulus. Your species will stagnate.
But isn't it just a shortcut to extinction?
Not at all. Only humanity's evolution as a species will cease. You will leave your mortal flesh behind and transition to an eternal existence within the expanse of the Chiron.
So we'll live forever as a bunch of dead people.
You will be neither alive nor dead, but endure as a soul.
What's gonna happen to this world?
We will continue to keep watch over all remaining life on Earth. Until the end of time. As caretakers, we will regulate the activity of other species to ensure that none claim your mantle of apex predator. Humanity will be free to thrive in perpetuity, having evolved into a form that allows you to escape extinction, as is your desire.
No! I'm not about to let that happen.
See the sunset, the day is ending. Let that yawn now. There's no pretending. I'll stay with you by your side. Close your tired eyes. I'll wait, and soon I'll see your smile in our dream.
Just who is pulling your strings?
We are no one's puppets. Least of all yours. You have no power over us.
Where are you? Since you certainly aren't on our beach.
Me? I'm right here. It's me, Sam. Alive and kicking. No, I'm not called Die Hardman for nothing. I take it not even APAS was aware that I've been posing as Charlie this whole time. It's funny, don't you think? The fact is, APAS has never had complete access to Drawbridge's data. Our new Cupid design allows us to restrict connection and limit the flow of information. I oversaw the creation of the Drawbridge prototype during my time as Director of Bridges. And that's when I contacted my old friend, Tarman. And together, we worked to convert this deep tar hunting vessel into a mobile base of operations. I dare say there are some among you who already deduced the name's double meaning. That's right. The DHV Magellan. Or to spell it out, Die Hardman's vessel.
You can't possibly be serious.
It came to my attention that APAS 4000 was seeking to commission Lochna to design a new type of Cupid. Specifically, it wanted her to deliver a model which could one day be used to control all of mankind. Since the technology makes use of human beaches, the human element was essential to the process. Lochna refused at first, so I contacted her and convinced her to take on the job. At least that's how it looked to everyone else. The purpose of this Cupid was not just to facilitate connections, but to sever them. Namely, the ones between our systems and the dead. And without their influence, APAS will go back to being a tool.
Do this, and you will never escape the Death Stranding.
To forsake our flesh and our freedom is out of the question. So, we'll seek out others who value them as we do. Build communities, raise children, live, and love. We would rather strive to achieve the impossible while remaining true to ourselves. To struggle on against the odds in search of new lands and new worlds.
You can't.
Can't we? The chiral network enables us to travel like never before. So, humanity will continue to make use of APAS and embrace the true potential of the chiral network. No one wants to go back to the dark days that followed the Death Stranding.
It's true, what you said about travel. There are people with dunes who can use the beach to jump just about anywhere.
The physical sensation of movement is something we all crave. That unity of body and soul. Dunes may still wind up being an evolutionary dead end. But even in that possibility, I see hope. Now I am going to activate the Cupid we used to connect the continents. Build a bridge to the future we want to see, to choose our own path forward. Until moments ago, each of you was trapped in an elaborate illusion created by the President.
Yeah, we were. What took you so long? Our former president has been hiding on board from the start, in what I call the Shadow Cabinet.
You knew about this?
APAS has been monitoring us for some time. I believe the deception was necessary to avoid discovery. But I'm sorry for keeping you all in the dark. I needed to make sure Drawbridge successfully connected the continents without raising suspicion or attracting APAS's attention. This was the best idea I could come up with. To put away my body for a while. Stop being Die Hardman. Become a ghost. Named Charlie instead.
What are you doing? Damn it, stop! Get back, you fools! That's not me!
What the fuck?
Broadcasting live from the beach. Same as it ever was. I've been puppeteering this whole thing the whole time. Yeah. All to pay back dear old Amelie for what she did to me.
This is about Amelie?
Yeah. See, I'm gonna crack open that beach she sealed away and kick off the last Stranding. The perfect ending humanity deserves. Man, the sweetest revenge I could hope for to take out on that old bitch. And all y'all. Good to see you again, by the way.
What makes you think you can pull it off?
Well, I'm so glad that you asked. You see, during my lengthy imprisonment, I had time to figure it out. All I needed was a catalyst with a connection to Amelie, and I could break through to her beach.
That connection is long gone.
Oh, Sam. Sweetheart, I'm not talking about you. This is the catalyst that I've been searching for. Brand new extinction entity. Still in the dark, huh? Your genes lined up beautifully. God damn, man. She's your daughter.
What?
Y'all want to come after us, be my guest. We'll be waiting on the beach.
Are we sure that tomorrow is okay?
Hartman is searching for her.
That chrysalis that formed around her should be enough to keep her safe in even the harshest conditions. Pure cryptobiosis. She'll be right, Rainey.
Sam. There's no mistake. Your genetic profiles are a match. Tomorrow really is your daughter.
I'm sorry, but what in the world is going on?
Nothing that makes any sense.
Actually, it's not impossible. As a member of Bridges with Dooms, you were obligated to provide sperm samples.
Which means tomorrow could be Sam's child, conceived via artificial insemination.
If what you say is true, Higgs may well be able to trigger the last Stranding.
We have to get tomorrow back. Which means we need to go to the beach where Higgs went.
And how are we supposed to do that?
She can't. She was diagnosed with jump shock. I know you haven't forgotten.
Nevertheless, what other choice do we have?
I've got to at least try.
Fragile.
We're taking the ship to the beach.
With the combined support of every single Doom sufferer here, it's possible Fragile might be able to jump us where we need to go.
Administering shock. Stand clear.
I'm sorry. Wherever Higgs went, I can't follow.
He must have been operating out of his own beach, using his car to assume control of vessels in our world, in the same manner that I have.
But I know exactly where his beach is. I mapped it already. and there was nobody there. I checked. So how do we find the right beach?
No. Doesn't matter where Higgs is. All we have to do is connect to the Dreamcatcher and the Kipu. Amelie. Higgs was wearing her Kipu, wasn't he? If we had something connected to her, we could follow the Kipu and Higgs. Tarman, can you take us to Sam's shelter?
I'll prepare the ship. Sit tight in your quarters.
Arrived already? No, something's wrong. A problem with the Magellan, perhaps?
Sam, this is Tarman. We've been monitoring the state of the tar currents, but they're showing no sign of calming down. The Mexican side is especially bad at the moment, and that instability seems to be having an effect on Australia as well. I'm afraid it's much too dangerous to try moving the DHV Magellan. Time is of the essence, however, and we can ill afford to wait until the currents are calm enough for us to travel. So, we're going to need you to go on ahead without us, Sam. Back to Mexico. We have no idea what's waiting for you there, but we've modified Higgs's guitar for your use. If that's any consolation. Practice with it on the ship's range if you like. I don't need to tell you it packs a punch. Just remember to take it with you when you go. You can even bring it to the beach, on account of its rather unique properties. We'll keep you apprised on the tar current situation as soon as we can. We're rooting for you, Sam.